I understand in the course of what's occurring, my concept of PPE is different from what other people's concept of PPE is. You should already know and have one of these, especially if you're in the locations of concern, i.e., the proxy or satellite centers that are supposed to be taking your command from within the continental United States. And you should have one of these. I don't know how accessible it is where you are, but the understanding I have is that the expectation was that at some point, you and your people were supposed to be responsible for making sure we had one of these. So if you don't have one for yourself, now might be the time to get one. On September 6th of 2017, I submitted a letter to the Supreme Court of Texas. I'm going to read that letter now, just so that there was no mistake, and then I will follow with a short summary of important information concerning that letter and other implications about which you should be apprised in advance. Supreme Court of Texas, care of Blake Hawthorne, Clerk of the Court, P.O. Box 12248, Austin, Texas 78711, September 6, 2017. To the Supreme Court of Texas. On August 3, 2017, the Supreme Court of Texas accepted for filing a petition for a quo warranto. The court has not officially responded within 30 days of filing or 20 days of being referred to the court for review. As of September 5, 2017, the court had not responded to disaffirm my claims or to repudiate my announcement as the interim Attorney General of the state of Texas. The petition additionally declared that the people of the state of Texas were in imminent danger due to seditious activities performed by members of the Texas Governor's Office, the Texas Attorney General's Office, and members of the Texas Legislature. In the ensuing 30 days, events have transpired to support the petition's claims and reveal the extent of the sedition that the petition attempted to suppress. The events confirm violations of Section 432.1393 and Section 432.165 of the Texas Code of Military Justice, as well as other violations of this and other codes of law. That these events occurred in the course of a declaration of a state of emergency due to a natural disaster response make the ethical application of the Texas Code of Military Justice all the more important. I'm not going to read the rest of the letter at this time. I will say that I now understand that while I identify a 30-day period, the specific period at the time was actually 60 days. But I now also understand that my attempt to provide advance notice had been identified and had been received, although it had not been acknowledged. I mention this because in 2018, on October 17th of 2018, there was an anniversary on another motion in this case that somebody else exercised as their option. It was in what could be considered a lower level of risk relative to how it has been multiplied internationally, i.e., withdrawing in order to avoid danger, in order to regroup and then advance later. I understand that there are certain people that for strategic reasons have exercised an option similarly. The question is, from whom are you receiving your marching orders? This is a very important question. If we were actually involved in a legitimate international solidarity effort to respond appropriately, that would be one thing. But if somebody is attempting to cover up for high crimes by using other people as proxies in order to assert their authority and hence justify their actions, then this can create problems in multiple theaters. I wish you luck. I wish you safety. But I never, ever agreed to cede to a usurper to the office of the presidency of the United States of America, or in an effort to try to manipulate the national aspirations of people engaged in political process in their own countries abroad. I have a right to exercise my own constitutional rights to ordinary and extraordinary, if necessary, political process. I did just that. There was no reason to continue to misrepresent my response to what were acts of sedition because somebody else higher up the food chain thought that they could continue to abuse me and the people that I am associated with as they have since before I was of the age of consent. I'm an adult now. I'm legally eligible to run for the office of president, just as I was legally eligible to exercise my constitutional rights to invoke the Texas Code of Military Justice in the face of egregious violations of state and federal constitutional process. If you are somewhere else, I wish you luck and I wish you success in doing what you need to do to defend and protect your rights and the rights of the people with whom you're associated. But please understand, a Department of Justice simulation that somebody is being subjected to duress as a way to flip her intention to swap out whatever option she thinks she can exercise on this has just been taken away.